going to go somewhere
Yes,
else?
I want to go to Ukraine.
Okay.
And can you confirm and give us a readout on, there's a conversation, the Russian Foreign Ministry just said that Kerry spoke to Lavrov this morning?
Yes, they just got off the phone right before I came out here, though, so I don't have a readout yet, but I will get one for you.
Has anything to do with the OSCE said today that the fighting had become worrisome, the spread of violence had become worrisome in eastern Ukraine?
Let me check.
Was it?
Let me check. Yes.
On this topic?
Yes.
There's been a lot of, over the past few months, instances where you and your colleagues have noted concern about movement of Russian military assets near the border with Ukraine. There was a piece...
Not just near, but over
Sure.
the border.
There was a piece in the Daily Beast a few days ago suggesting that this was Putin gearing up for a major summer offensive against the Ukrainian military. Is there any concern in this building that that could be the case, that we could be seeing a real offensive
I'm
here?
certainly happy to check with our team. All I can tell you, I haven't heard that, but all I can tell you is that our meetings in Sochi last week, was that last week now? As Secretary Kerry said, the Russians publicly and privately committed to the implementation of Minsk, and that's what we think they need to do. But I'm happy to see if there's more to share.
At this point, you're not yet at the point of saying that the Minsk II agreement is a failure.
No, not at all. In fact, I think the Secretary said that was the best path forward here in terms of de-escalation. Yes, in the back.
May I just ask one question about Cuba?
I think we're still on Ukraine. Let's finish Ukraine and then
Okay.
you can go on. Yes.
Just very quickly,
The Ukraine Parliament today annulled 5 security agreements that they had with Moscow, which were in place, had been in place for some time, and included things like being able to purchase weapons that are only produced in Ukraine. These have been suspended since the start of the conflict, but now they've annulled them, and it makes it, obviously, if they're going to reinstate them at some future point, they'll have to go back to Parliament. I just wondered if the United States was at all concerned about this move.
Well, given Russian military intervention in Ukraine, Ukraine has been moving incrementally to slow or halt different forms of military cooperation with Russia. In this case, we understand that the Ukrainian legislature moved to terminate a Ukrainian-Russian agreement allowing the passage of Russian military units temporarily stationed in Moldova via Ukrainian territory. We understand, though, that today's actions in the Rada will not affect military-to-military cooperation within the Joint Center for Control and Coordination, which I think we've talked about before, nor will it affect the implementation of the Minsk agreements via the Trilateral Contact Group and its working groups, which is, of course, key there.
Can I change topics?
You can.